Okay, so we're still dealing with polynomials, and well, I think video 42 already. And this has to do with homework 14. It's 3.4 in your book. That's the stuff that we've been doing through. I'm sorry, not 3.4, it's 3.3. We've been doing 3.3 for a while. Okay, here we go. This is the last part of 3.3. Here's my pencil. Let me put up what our title is. We're still dealing with synthetic division. Very similar stuff, but just a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to be factoring a polynomial. Factoring a polynomial, but they give us a clue, a polynomial, given a known zero. So that sounds mysterious. Just bear with me here. Given a known zero. All right, so problem number one, and it's probably all we'll have room for. Problem number one is f of x is equal to a not too long of a polynomial, but a polynomial, 3x cubed plus 25x squared plus 42x minus 40. And what they want us to do is to factor this. They want us to factor this. Now, this looks like it's going to be pretty hard to factor all this junk. However, they give us a clue, and I didn't write that down yet. I avoided it for on purpose. But they give us a clue that negative 5 is a zero of f of x, meaning of this polynomial, of f of x, meaning this polynomial. So we have a clue. Negative 5 is a zero of f of x. Okay, so if you know that f of x is a zero of the polynomial, then automatically you also know, let me put over here, you also know, if you know that, then you also know that x, not minus 5, but x plus 5, the opposite of that negative 5, x plus 5 is a factor of the polynomial. So we know one factor is a factor of the polynomial. Right? Be careful. It is the opposite of the negative 5. You know that negative 5 is a zero. That means you know that x plus 5 is a factor. Okay, now we're supposed to factor. Here's what you do. Here's the question was factor, and here's the method. We're going to use synthetic division again. Use synthetic division. Okay, how do you do that? Well, it's going to be pretty obvious what we're going to do. We bring down the 3. We bring the 25. We bring the 42, so it's 3, 2, 1, so there's nothing missing. We bring the 42. We bring the negative 40. We do the L, and we know that negative 5 is a zero. Negative 5 is a zero. Okay, that means if you put x plus 5, you divide it into there. Negative 5 is a zero. That means that you're going to get a remainder of 0, but that's going to be very helpful. So watch this. Put a negative 5 over here. Bring down the 3. Negative 5 times 3, negative 15. 25 and negative 15 is 10. Negative 5 times 10 is negative 50. 42 and negative 50 is negative 8. Negative 5 and negative 8 is positive 40. Don't forget, this was a negative. It was a negative. Negative 40 and 40 is 0. Okay, very good. That's the remainder. So what's this? Right? That's we knew that it was going to be given negative 5 is a 0. We knew this was going to happen, that we're going to get a 0, but we get something very important over here. This 3, don't forget, is 1 less. This 3 is going to be 1 less than the x cubed, so it's going to be 3x squared. This is going to be 25x. This is going to be 25. This is going to be 25 exact. This, what am I talking about? This is going to be 3x squared. This is going to be 10. I'm sorry. This is going to be 3x squared. This is going to be 10x. And this is going to be minus 8, 10. Okay, and there's no remainder. Fine. So we now know that this polynomial, this big polynomial, breaks up into two pieces. We're starting to factor it. It breaks up into this and into x plus 5, which is a factor of the polynomial. We know both of those things. We're starting to break it up. So if we can successfully break this up into two more factors, then we've got this thing nailed. We've got the... So let's go to scrap paper and use our old methods of factoring, old factoring, to get that job done. Hold on, I need the piece of paper to move up. I need the piece of paper to move up. So we do an old-fashioned factoring job on 3x squared plus 10x minus 8, and you may remember that what we did was to 3 times negative 8, which is negative 24. I'm gonna need all this space over here. Okay, 3 times negative 8, which is negative 4. Bring down the 10 in front of it, and what's an a times b? That's equal to negative 24, and an a plus b, which is equal to 10. And the answer is positive 12 and negative 2 is negative 24. Positive 12 plus negative 2 is 10. What does that tell us? What does that tell us? Scrap paper. That tells us to divide this 10x into 12x and negative 2x. An old-fashioned situation. 3x squared plus 12x minus 2x minus 8. And factor by grouping. Split this down the middle. Factor it by grouping. Come over here, do the parentheses. 3x squared plus 12x. What do I bring outside the parentheses? I bring out a 3 goes into 3 and 12, and x goes into x and x squared. 3x squared divided by 3x is x. 12x divided, and 12x, xx cancels. 12 divided by 3 is plus 4. Bring a plus 4, x plus 4 right over here. What's a number that gets you back to negative 2x negative 8? The answer is negative 2. Negative 2. So the factors are as follows, and we're almost finished. 3x minus 2 times x plus 4. We now have the factors of this trinomial right over here. This trinomial is factored. We have it, it's done. So where does that get us? 3x minus 2 and x plus 4. This was a 4. And x plus 5, we're still hanging in there. Now it's completely factored. This is the answer. This is the answer right here. It is completely, this is the answer. They asked us to factor it, and it is completely factored. And this video is over.